why the narcissist discard is because you weren't giving them what they wanted in the first place, and that's attention. That's like the constant attention where you have to like give. To them that's love, and in a dysfunctional way. They view it as love, but it's not, because they don't have the empathy. They cannot reciprocate. But this is how you serve the narcissist. This is how they perceive love is. When you tell them all the time that you should feel good, you're beautiful, you're this and that, you're so successful, that's, to them, that's love. But then they cannot give that back. There's no reciprocation in that. And love is back. It's reciprocation. It's what you can receive back as well. It's mutual. That's love. And they don't understand that. And the sooner you start realizing that, and you start actually challenging them on that, then this is where they come at you. This is where they are more combative. This is where you see the manipulation kicking in and stuff like that, because they're trying to conform you to tell you that, if you do this to me, this is what's going to happen. And they're not straightforward about it. Most of them are not. But this is how you kind of learn. This is how you kind of condition, because it's like, whoa, I didn't mean it that way. I really care about you, but this is how I feel. But pay attention. Your feelings are never reciprocated. Your feelings are never really, enough for them to realize that, hey, you're telling me this, and I understand. There's no understanding about your feelings, because they'll push it away. This is what they do, and they'll do it like very conniving. They'll tell you like, hey, I'm busy at work, okay? So like, you message me about this, but like, hey, if you knew what I went throughout the day, then you wouldn't be telling me this right now, because I'm stressed out. And think about that. It's always about them. It's always about what they're going through, and not what you're going through. And so if something major happens in your life and stuff like that, they'll push your feelings to a side. That's for sure. All right. And they'll just keep on bringing up their feelings about what they're going through, their stress, their anxiety. And because they're anxiety driven, most narcissists are very anxiety driven. And so they really don't care about how you feel. And so, yes, like, when it comes to the discard phase as well, all right? So I'm going to jump the ladder here. So when it comes to the discard phase, they feel like they outgrew you. They feel like they need something better, because they feel like you didn't provide enough. They feel like the next person, because they always have secondary supply, most narcissists do, they feel like this person's gonna serve me well, because all they want is someone to serve them. Okay? Because when they feel like they're being challenged, belittled, and because you want a relationship, right? Put it that way. You want a relationship. That's why you challenge them. You want to sit down, on the coffee table, around the coffee table, whatever, and talk about how you want to fix this relationship. They just can't, because to them it's a challenge. To them it's a challenge to their ego. To them it's a challenge to their facade. This whole thing that they're trying to run away from. And so, yes, they're going to hold you accountable, because you're challenging them, and they have massive egos, and they can't keep up. And so they have to run away. You're no longer serving them in a certain way. And so they justify it by saying that, you make me feel this way, and I have to move on. And they'll do that very easily because they lack empathy. Okay, so if that makes sense, yes, it's a combination of all that and the personality disorder. And so because they lack object constancy, they cannot bond with you. And so that's why they move on very quick. And it's nothing personal. You think it's personal because you thought it was a real relationship, but it really isn't personal. And they'll just move on. And they'll just justify it. That's it. They'll justify it.